Welcome to my channel. In the video that I made yesterday featuring the CBS report on how Randy Travis's team made the AI version of Where That Came From, I mentioned also that I was going to feature some of his songs, and this is the first one that I've selected to feature. It's called The Box. And I'm going to do that now, but before I do that, I do want to thank you for coming to my channel and watching my videos, supporting me, commenting, and just being wonderful people. I really do. As I do with every featured artist on my channel, I'll go to Randy's YouTube channel, I'll get all his links, and I'll put them in the description of my video. All you have to do is click on the More link on the description and you'll see those links. What I ask you to do is to support the artists that I feature by subscribing to their YouTube channel, by following them on social media, and by buying their music if you like their music. So this is Randy Travis singing The Box.
On the top shelf in the closet, in the workshop where he spent his extra time, was a dusty wooden box that I had never noticed till that night. Then we set it on the table, and carefully we opened up the top and stared into the memories that he kept inside the box. There was a letter from Mama when she went out to Reno to help her sister out in '62, and a flower from Hawaii when they went on vacation. It was the first time that my daddy ever flew. And the pocket knife I gave to him on Father's Day. Years ago I thought it had been lost. We all thought his heart was made of solid rock. But that was long before we found the box. I guess we always knew it, but I love you was hard for him to say. Some men show it easily, and some just never seem to find a way. But that night I began to see a softer side of someone I had lost. I saw the love he kept inside the first time when we opened up the box. There was a picture that was taken when he and Mom were dating, standing by his 1944, and a faded leather Bible he got when he was baptized. I guess no one understood him like the Lord. And a poem that he had written all about his wife and children. The tender words he wrote were quite a shock. We all thought his heart was made of solid rock. But that was long before we found the box. We all thought his heart was made of solid rock. But that was long before we found the box.
So I thought this girl was working.
This song, to me, portrays who Randy Travis is. he's always been a balladeer, and he's always told stories. And if you think about this story, they find a box, and in the box they find memories, and they find a side of his father that he never knew. And it's instantly relatable. I mean, how many of us haven't gone into an attic and found something and went, oh, what is this? And opened it up and went, wow, and the revelations and the things that we learned about our family were just amazing to us. You know, as fathers, we really should be sharing with our children what's in our heart. But I know that for many fathers, at least in the past, and probably now as well, that's difficult to do. I don't know why it is, because those feelings are there, but for some reason, society, I guess, has taught us that we're not supposed to be vulnerable. But there's absolutely nothing wrong with being vulnerable. There's nothing wrong with crying. There's nothing wrong with saying I love you. There's nothing wrong with holding close to the people that you love. When it comes to Randy's voice, he has a real strong nasal quality that you can hear in some songs more than in others. This one was somewhat, but not as strong as it is in some other ones. They called him a baritone, but I don't know if I'd call him a baritone. Some of the low notes that he hits are pretty low. And he has such a distinctive voice that it's instantly recognizable. And that was what brought me to tears with where that came from, is because just 2 words in, I knew that was Randy. I knew it was AI. I'm not stupid, okay? Everybody knows it's AI. But it is Randy. It's his voice. You can tell. He has such a distinctive sound to his voice that it's impossible to mistake that for anyone else but Randy Travis. And the impact that he's had on country music is astounding. As Garth Brooks pointed out when Randy was inducted into the Country Hall of Fame, he turned the industry around 180 degrees from where it was headed, back to its roots, back to country. And that's what Randy is. And he is through and through. He is country from head to toe, from back to front, from inside to out. He's 100% country. Always has been. And the reason why people love him so much is because he's stayed true to who he is. And I'll be featuring more songs of his, and you'll see after we've done the songs that we're going to do that Randy tells a story like no one else. I know he hasn't written all of them. Other people have written songs for him, but the lyrics but the thing you have to think about is Randy chooses these songs. He says, yes, I'm going to sing that. Okay? So they're his choice. They're not just a song that somebody else wrote. And the reason he chooses them is because the lyrics speak volumes. And they tell a story. If you think about this song, The Box, they found a picture of his mom and dad when they were dating in front of his 1944 car. They found a poem that he had written to his family that they didn't know about. They found the pocket knife that Randy sings he thought was lost forever. And think about the significance of that, how you find something like that and you realize he loved me so much that he held on to that and put it in a special place. The meaning of the song is a lot deeper than just the words, and it's a song that I think people all over the world can relate to. But that's Randy, and that's why I love him. That's why I've always loved him. He's a great artist. He's a great man. And as you will learn when you listen to more of his songs, if you haven't already heard them, he sings great music. Thank you for watching. And I pray for you, because you're watching, that you will live an abundant life, that you will live a long time, that you'll be healthy, and that God will keep you safe from harm. I pray that He'll do the same for every person that you love. But I pray most of all that you will be anxious for nothing, but in all things, through prayer and supplication with thanksgiving, you will make your requests known to God. And the peace that passes all understanding will keep your heart and mind in Christ Jesus. This is the Vietnam era vet and Randy Travis fan, out.